are you? First up today on the show, they're teachers at Auckland Seafood School, so they know their halibut from their hoki. Or as I just said that because it's alliteration and it sounds nice. Steve and Colin, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
We're good.
What's the difference between halibut and hoki?
A little.
And you're poaching prawns today, though. No fish to be seen.
No fish. We do prawns today. Something nice and simple. Something that both of us could actually get our heads around.
Very much looking forward to it. Also today, they're the rogue real estate agents we love to hate. Actors Teresa Healy and Adam Gardner from TV1's hit comedy agent Anna are on the couch this morning. We've got the buzz on the International Tattoo Art Expo, including a live demonstration. Do you have tattoos hidden under the little white things you're wearing?
I may have.
Nothing for me, but...
I may have.
Where?
Oh, my wife's going to kill me for this. You know that, don't you? There it is.
Oh, is that your wife?
No, it's not.
But it perhaps could have been.
Nothing like it.
Oh, okay.
In fact, she thinks it's a man, but that's okay. It's all good.
Very nice indeed. Stacey Morrison has her verdict on Rihanna's controversial new video. Aster. There she is. She's stinking in the bath. Quite raunchy. Aster's got budget table decorations. Aster, have you got tattoos? That big eagle on the back?
No, I do not. And my boys are within an inch of death if they ever appear with a tattoo. I gave birth to beautiful, perfect children, and I don't want them marked. But that's just for me. But anyway, I've got wonderful things today. I've got my basket. Look, we've got bottles, we've got candles, we've got candlesticks, good scissors, and a trusty glue gun, and I'm going to take people who are getting married to a paradise beyond words.
As only Aster can. Brilliant. And also New Zealand House and Garden gives us a peek inside some of the country's poshest homes this morning. Right now, though, Steve Roberts and Colin Doyle, poached prawns, tortellini and avocado salsa.
That's us. We're on.
So good. Is this an entree? Is it a main? Is it what do you want it to be?
It can be either. It's going to be a bit of an entree today, but if you wanted to bulk it up, give a couple more tortellini and put another bit of fish on there or something, you could make it a main size as well. No issues at all.
It looks a little fancy.
Oh, it's very easy. If we can do it, anyone can.
Exactly. And he's going to be doing the tortellini now with fingers like that.
You can do tortellini with these fatties. You can do anything.
So what we might do is do a few things between us. Okay. I think Colin's going to get onto the
I'm going to get started on the tortellini. So our filling is lovely filling. We've got some Parmesan cheese, some ricotta, and a lovely French goat's cheese, a chèvre. And we're going to mix that with just some chopped spinach, make that filling up, and then we're going to put that into our tortellini. And we're actually we're cheating a little bit here, and we're using we're going to use wonton wrappers rather than pasta.
Why?
It's really, really fast, it's really, really easy, and you will not be able to tell the difference.
And to be fair, he can't make pasta.
Thank you, Steve.
When did you guys meet? Because you do a lot together. You work at the seafood school together, and you have a lot of demonstrations and evenings that people can come and hang out with you and that sort of stuff. When did you guys meet?
So it was down at the seafood school,
I think. It was?
Yeah.
It was. We sort of had a glass of wine together and realised we both like to drink, and the rest is history, as they say.
Common interests always good.
Obviously work together a lot. Who's the boss?
Oh, Steve's the boss. He'll hit me if I didn't say that.
Because, Colin, you're a self-taught chef,
Absolutely.
aren't you?
Well, yeah. I learned a lot watching cooking TV.
Yeah.
And then Steve taught me a little bit, but picked it all up as I went along.
It's hard, though. It's hard work. It's a hard road.
Where did you learn, Steve? You got a fancy cook school or something?
Yeah, I did the old-fashioned, did an apprenticeship way back when I was young and didn't know what I wanted to do. I still don't know what I do, really. Yeah, and the rest is history. It's sort of taken me all over the world, which has been great. And then it took me to the seafood school about 7 years ago. Which,
left?
No, it's a great place to be, and they let me drink on the job, so why would you want to leave?
A couple of mentions of alcohol already. It's not even 9:10.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? So while Colin's doing that, I'm going to get into the guacamole, or the avocado salsa, if that's what you want to call it, either, doesn't really matter. But the beauty about this dish is, and we're going to show you, Colin's going to whip a few of those up, but you can do a lot of it the day before, which I've actually done. So I've gone ahead and done the tortellini yesterday, then just put them in some ice water, stop the cooking. So the only thing you really got to do for the dish is make the guacamole on the day and put it together. So if you're entertaining tomorrow, you're away.
Bang, it's easy. And the thing with the guacamole is it can go a little bit brown.
Exactly right.
Hence you want to do it fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. You can put a bit of lemon juice in, that sort of thing stops it for a while. The idea is just to get all the air out of it. So if you make it a couple of hours ahead, just make sure you pack it down and get all that air out.
Okay.
And you'll be okay. But when you've got someone like Colin Doyle, you're chopping, slicing and dicing, you just pass it on down there and it's good.
Good.
Well, most of the time he does.
Now, I'm reading on your notes that I've been given about you. Colin says that you arrived in New Zealand 8 years ago, having just completed a PhD in X-ray spectroscopy.
That's right, yes. My background is I'm a chemist originally, and my day job now is in chemical materials engineering at Auckland Uni. So I'm an academic by day and an enthusiastic sort of amateur chef by night, really.
Fantastic. But what is an X-ray spectroscopist?
So basically, I use X-rays to understand the properties of matter. So we were using some fairly fancy techniques to understand what was going on with chromium and how it interacted with various minerals.
Oh, he's losing me now.
Back to something we understand. It was a food show, wasn't it? Really. He likes to talk, you may have noticed that, especially about himself.
Fun. You can add a little bit of science in.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There's brains in that there baldy head.
Don't let that fool you. Seriously. He's actually a technician these days, aren't you, mate?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, let's say hi to everyone at Auckland Uni.
So where are we at?
Right, where are you up to, big one?
So I'm just about finished with my filling. And I'll get started on making my tortellini any second.
Okay. Me, I'm doing the chopping, slicing, dicing for a change, actually, mate. Usually the roles are reversed here. I've actually got to work on the show today. It's quite hard. So basically...
You normally just bark the orders, do you?
I try to. Well, quite sheepishly, actually. Colin, could you please? So I'm just going to take the stone of the avocado. Easiest way to do it. Like that.
There is an old wives' tale that can help your avocado stay green and not go brown, is it?
Pretty much an old wives' tale, I do think. But some chefs do believe it. Look, the best way is get the air out of it.
Yeah.
Vacuum pack it if you've got a little vacuum packer at home. Or once again, like I said, get the big boy to do it on demand. Works the best.
We all need a Colin at home.
I tell you.
Well, if you get him to talk a little bit less, it'll be all right. But yes, yeah.
So, here are my wonton wrappers.
Yeah. You just buy them like that?
Just buy these like this frozen. Got a ring cutter. We're just cutting a disc out. And now to make the wontons themselves, you just want to grab a little bit of the filling, and you've really got to be careful here not to use too much.
So this is your cheeses and a bit of parsley?
3 cheeses and spinach.
Spinach.
So this is ricotta, chèvre and some parmesan.
Yum.
A little bit of filling. We're just going to use a little bit of beaten egg as a glue just to stick the tortellini together.
Now, look, to be honest, you could really fill that with anything you like. You can make prawn mousses, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a really nice, easy one. And you pop it in there. It takes a couple of minutes to poach, and you're in business.
Divine. But obviously there's no prawns in the tortellini. That comes after, does it?
It does indeed, yep. And good thing about the dish too is you could sort of make it, if you want it to be gluten-free, you could take the tortellini away. You know, if you want it to be totally vegetarian, you can take the prawns away. So you can actually try and cover a few bases if you've got some interesting guests coming over. I was going to say different.
Right, so my tortellini, I've just sort of stuck those together.
Yep.
Squeezed all of the air out. Just want a little bit of glue on the side, sort of like the fortune cookie fold.
Yes.
Tuck that under.
And that'll just stick, will it?
And there's your tortellini, that's stuck. That can go straight into your poaching water.
How long in the poaching water?
About 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's some that Steve has prepared earlier, so we'll pop those in as well.
We will do. So
that's a step you can do the day before?
Yeah, you can do all of this the day before except for the guacamole, really.
Yeah.
So you poach those, put them into some ice water. Same with the prawns. Poach the prawns, pop them in ice water, which I've done here with these ones. Or you can buy them already cooked like that if you want to.
Yep.
But I like to poach in a bit of stock, and I use that stock for other things later on. Risotto, so on and so forth. There's your raw prawn cutlet.
Yes.
Goes into the water as well. Bit of salted water. You poach it, refresh it. So the whole dish is ready to go. And tomorrow you can put it together in 3 or 4 minutes over a Chardonnay or a Sauv or a Pinot Gris.
Don't forget that.
Or a beer.
Whatever takes your fancy.
Exactly. A touch of salt and pepper into there. And Colin actually made this one earlier for me as well.
Yep.
Like I said, he's actually pretty useful. Most of the time.
You cook a lot of seafood. What would be your fave dish to whip up if I was coming to dinner?
Oh, if you were coming to dinner, it had to be special. He's coming to dinner, it wouldn't matter. In fact, I could buy shatter packed frozen probably. Look, I love to cook with, obviously, the staples of New Zealand seafood, snapper, so on and so forth, but one of my favourite fish is hapok. I love hapok. It's a big, meaty fish. You can do so much with it.
Yeah.
Holds up to bold flavours.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of my favourite.
OK, I'll go with that.
You can get a big serve out of it too, Chef.
Oh, look, Colin's plating up.
Oh, he just can't help himself.
I'm just trying to...
So that's how you make your guacamole, nice and easy.
Yes.
We won't get too wrapped up into that.
All of the details, of course, as always, are on our website.
Look at him. He's very good, isn't he?
Fantastic.
So you can use moulds if you want. You don't have to. If you haven't got these, the best thing to do is just go down to the might attend a plumbing shop. Just get some of the PVC piping.
Yeah.
Bring it home, cut it, wash it.
Baked bean tin.
Well, you could do that as well. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Take
have
both
lots of
ends
ideas
off.
on that sort of thing.
Easy.
Now,
all right.
With these little puppies, the prawns, what we poached earlier, we're going to poach some. You want to poach some of those, buddy?
I'll pop those in.
Go through the motions. We call these Valentine prawns or lovers prawns. We just put them together like that.
Oh, gorgeous.
And it's just easier then to sort of pop into the guacamole. You can put it together any way you like.
Yep.
And if you don't have the moulds, you can just rustically put the guacamole down on the plate as well. And the good thing about that is the word rustic. You've got to remember that, because if it doesn't quite look the way you wanted it to,
it's meant to look.
It doesn't matter. It was supposed to look like it was rustic. Okay. Thank you. He's like predictive text, isn't he?
I tell you, I try very hard.
You know,
Nothing worse
he's
than
doing well.
predictive text.
He's doing well.
Sometimes I get it wrong.
You don't.
All right, we're just about done?
We're just about done, so it needs a little bit of love in the way of balsamic reduction.
Yep.
You don't have to have that. Usually we put a bit of avocado oil on it, but we don't have that as it. So we'll do a little bit of olive oil today.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really matter your favourite oil around there.
All about the look.
And
because the balsamic looks fantastic.
And while we're talking about love, micro leaves, everyone can get hold of these days. They're a great little garnish, been becoming quite popular in restaurants over the years because they're such a petite little herb to use, little garnish.
Yep.
And then what you do is you just take 3 of these, Jimmy, per portion. You just put 1 on the outside there. 1.
It looks amazing.
Now, you should really try and do this with tongs, but it's really hard to pick these up with tongs, so wash your fingers.
You can do anything.
And use your fingers.
Stephen Colin, thank you so much for coming in. You've done all of that in about 6 minutes. You're a superstar.
Oh, a little bit of stuff yesterday, but hey, awesome.
Wonderful. Good to see you.
prawns.
Come back and hang out with us again.
We'd love to.
Promise?
Absolutely.
If you'll have us back.
You passed. Tomorrow we're going German with traditional schnitzel and potato salad. Coming up next, get the inside ink on this year's International Tattoo Art Expo.